It's going to be a beautiful week. Pretty soon the kids are going to be out of school for the summer. Everyone is going to want to be enjoying the backyard at your home, but you want to do it safely. We're very happy this morning to have Dr. Dawn Ford on the show. She is with Mosquito Joe. I'm just learning, a truly family owned and operated business. This is you and your husband and your two boys, right?
That's right.
Born from your own experiences with not just the nuisance of mosquitoes and ticks, but kind of the threatening nature of them as well.
Yes, a few years ago, my husband was bit by a Lone Star tick. And then later, unbeknownst to us, he developed something called alpha-gal, which is a condition that makes you allergic to mammal products. And what happened was he ate a steak like he normally does, and then in the middle of the night, he developed hives. And it was very scary. And we didn't know what it was. We kind of brushed it off, and then it happened again. And through his own research, he determined that it was probably alpha-gal.
You yourself, I mentioned the doctor, Dawn Ford, you are an epidemiologist. So you come into this now with your personal experience that helps you relate, I'm sure, to the clients you're talking to all the time.
Yes.
But you've got the true knowledge behind you to know really how to attack this stuff.
Yes, I have a history of studying vector-borne diseases, so not only alpha-gal, but also things like Rocky Mountain spotted fever, West Nile virus caused by mosquito bites.
So let's talk about this, because the name kind of says it all, Mosquito Joe, and yet you have expanded to do a little bit more than that. But the idea of spraying your yard, if you will, for mosquitoes, we've kind of heard about it for a while. But if you live, let's say you live on a spot that's like you have an acre. Let's say you have an acre at your house. Are you going to spray the whole thing or just closer to the home?
No, what we first do is come and check out your property, and we try to prevent as much as we can. We're an environmentally friendly company. We take pride in that, and we advise you on, if you have standing water, to please empty that, because that's where mosquitoes breed. One single female mosquito can lay thousands of eggs, and it only takes a teaspoon of water. So that's the first thing to do.
Right.
The second is we take a look at your property and see where you spend your time. It is a barrier treatment. So we are repelling mosquitoes, ticks, and fleas from the perimeter of your property.
So we're not keeping them away, not really killing them.
Well, it does kill and repel, but the concept is that through regular treatments, we are basically a barrier around your property.
They're learning to stay away.
Yes.
Okay, I want to go back to that water thing on the mosquitoes for a minute, because here we've just had a lot of rain lately. So is standing water in your yard the same as standing water in maybe a dog bowl that you left outside for 2 days? Because some people have kind of pooling spots in their yards.
Right. It is any standing water.
Okay.
Mosquitoes hang out in tall grass on the underside of leaves of like shrubs and things like that. So that's where they tend to rest. So standing water near those areas in particular would be where they breed.
So back to the home consult, maybe you could kind of walk around and the homeowners should let you know where some low-lying areas might be, and you could offer some tips that way as well.
That's right.
Okay, the ticks, you've mentioned a few different types of concerns with ticks. Do we have one particular type of tick here in our area?
We have 3 or 4 types of ticks, so the dog tick, deer ticks, and Lone Star ticks.
Okay.
And they all transmit different kinds of diseases. Now, if you get a tick bite, that doesn't mean you're going to develop a disease.
Right.
But you need to remove it as soon as possible if you find it attached to you.
Okay.
And your pets can bring ticks into the house.
Yes.
And so this type of treatment is great for pets too, because mosquitoes can bite your pets and can transmit heartworms.
So when you mention the environmentally friendly nature of what you do, you have the consult, here we are at the peak season, so I'm assuming it's in no way too late to start.
Right. This is the time to start.
This is the time to start, because they're beginning to come out.
That's right.
Do you treat monthly, bi-monthly?
Every 21 days.
Okay.
And that's how long the treatments last, and also aligns with the life cycle of the mosquito.
Okay, so do people typically use you then quite literally for the season?
That's
or is
right.
it sometimes a year-round treatment?
The mosquito, ticks, and fleas is seasonal. So when it's warm outside through, the fall, how it is in Chattanooga, it can be warm through, October. We also offer something called home pest defense, which keeps cockroaches, spiders, other types of critters outside of your home.
Okay.
And that's offered year-round.
Okay. Back to the environmentally friendly part of it then, so you talked about the pets. You have little children running around outside in the grass. You're saying there's no risks to them.
Right. Now, when we're actually doing the treatment, which we use backpack sprayers, we ask that everybody, stay out of the area, including pets, and then once it dries in about 30 minutes, it's completely safe.
Okay.
Our treatments are botanically based. So it's plant oils and other types of botanical products.
Great. So no risk to your landscape then either.
Right. And we're pollinator friendly. We're very proud of that.
Very proud.
We want to take care of our pollinators, so we're careful when spraying around them. But again, once it dries, it's safe.
Okay. So to get in touch with you, do you prefer that people book you by calling you or by going on your website, or does it matter?
Either way.
Okay.
Yeah. We're available through our phone number and also mosquitojoe.com.
Well, there is nothing worse than having a beautiful day and you want your kids to go outside and play, but they can't because they're getting eaten up and you're out of off.
Yes.
So now you don't have to worry about it. We can just call you and we can enjoy the backyard. It's called ChattanoogaMosquitoJoe.com is the website, but the phone number 558-0626, as local as it can be, family owned and operated. Their sons are going to do the spraying and they're going to educate you so you can enjoy the season ahead. Thank you.
Thank you.